Welcome to the Lindsay and Tony podcast, where we talk about spirituality, business, and life experiences.
In this podcast, we're bringing our private conversations to you.
We believe that it's through discussion, action, and reflection that true change occurs.
Hi everybody, welcome to episode 127. In this episode, we talk about how to really develop your inner compass to where you know that it's time to go to the next level. You know it's time to build your business to the next level, or to leave that career that you're in right now and to start that business. Whatever that idea is that's nagging inside of you, it's time to follow that. And that's what we're going to be sharing on this episode. I hope everybody enjoys the show.
Hi guys, welcome back. We're so excited that you're here. Today's episode is all about the 4 ways that you know that you're ready to up-level in your business and your career. And I think we've experienced this for ourselves when we were going through the process, and we still experience it when we know, okay, it's time.
Right, because this is a never-ending process.
Yeah.
Just like personal development, growth, all of that is a never-ending process, yes. But we've definitely experienced this several different times.
Right. And I think that it's important that we know that personal development goes hand in hand with business and career. Like there's no ifs, ands about that. You have to do both. If you're going to have something successful, it's like you're doing behind the scenes action of the mindset development piece.
Exactly. And then for those of you that are in a career right now, you see that personal development and doing the work actually impacts your career. But if you've never started a business, and for those of you that are business owners right now, you totally understand that your business will only grow as much as you grow. So it's actually like your business is a personal development course. And it's like the more that you develop yourself, the more that your business will grow.
Exactly. And it's going to be one of those things where since you're your own boss, you're going to need to set aside time to study, to work on your body, to do all these different things to help that flow of energy continue to move.
Exactly. So should we go to number 1?
Yes. Number 1.
So the 4 ways that you know it's time to up level in your business or career. Number 1 is you feel like a plant that is in a pot that is too small for you. This reminds me of when I was teaching my last year. Everything was going unbelievable. I was coming off Teacher of the Year. We had just started a coffee business, Champ's Coffee, the year previous, and it was just spreading throughout the school district. And it was just so exciting, so fulfilling, and I loved it. But I knew inside of my heart, and this is my 3rd year teaching, I knew inside of my heart that the vehicle I was using for me specifically was starting to become too small, and I felt like I was in a plant. I can remember saying that to people too. They're like, "Why are you leaving?" I was like, "Well, I feel like I'm a plant that's in too small of a pot. And I can't grow anymore. I could grow more here. There's more things I could learn." And I knew that if I would have kept teaching, of course I would have kept growing, but not as rapidly as if I followed that inner pull that was inside of me.
That's a perfect way to explain it. And that's what will happen for you if you're someone that knows that it's time to kind of move from where you're at. And it might not be totally switching careers. It could be switching positions in the job that you're working in, or you could be in your business and you're like, something feels stagnant. I need to change something. I know I need more. I know I should be experiencing more. And you're looking around at everyone else and you're like, why am I not there yet? Like, I know I have this inside of me. So that's something that could come up too.
Right. You might be thinking, oh, they could do it, but I can't. Well, here's what I found with the people that you think that are above you. Once you start to actually study them or ask them questions, you realize that they went through all the same emotional pain, desires, fears, all of those things that you went through, but they figured out different ways to overcome that and to get the support that they needed along the way. Because look, it is scary. That last year that I was teaching, of course, I was very excited to leave teaching and to pursue my own education business and coaching business. But I also had some fears inside of me too that still come out till this day. So you're going to feel all of that. That's what life is. Life is about feeling all of the positive emotions, all of the perceived negative emotions. And then go into your inner compass, and that's what we're trying to help you here to tune in to that inner compass. If you don't have one, you can name it that. Your inner compass, your intuition, that is like, how do you know? That's the question. How do you know when it's time for you to up level to your next business? If I was to answer that question, I would say that it's my inner compass. That's how I knew my last year teaching. That's how I knew after a year being an entrepreneur and Lindsay asking me the year before, hey, we should start a podcast. I said no. But that following year, my inner compass said, yes, it's time now. It's time to up level. And for me, starting a podcast was up leveling in my business, and it brought in a lot of fears. Even though I was already used to putting out content online, it still was like, oh, now I have a podcast.
Mm-hmm. It is like that. It totally is. And I had the same experience with leaving teaching, because I was, it was my happy place being there. But then I started to feel this sense of almost like a boredom. Like I was in this place where I wanted to bring the students on a different road that didn't fit the expectations of the public school. I was like, oh, I feel really limited here. Like I can't do what my passion is. And my passion is teaching them about intuition. Like I couldn't do that there, obviously. So I had to figure out a way that resonated with me, and I followed my heart out of the system. Right. But on paper, people would say, well, you got awards for teaching and highly effective teacher, and you've been at the same school for so long, and you're tenured and you have insurance. But yeah, logically that would make sense. But energetically and in my heart, I knew that it was time. And it was scary, but I knew that there was an energy that was carrying me, sort of like what happened to you, Tony. It was just an overwhelming feeling like, okay, this is what's happening. And then when it comes to business, I know I need to up level, where I feel this sense of almost like being stagnant or kind of settling for what is. Like things could be running smoothly, but I'm like, nope, I need to invest in myself, and I'm going to sign up for that class, or I'm going to find that mentor, or I'm going to join some sort of mastermind group or hire someone so that I can go beyond what I'm at. Because I think that's a big thing is when you're experiencing this, am I skipping ahead?
We will get to that, but what you're saying there too is also, which I think what we need to make clear is, what does it mean to up level? It doesn't always mean, oh, I'm going to go and start this huge business, or I'm going to take this huge leap in my business. Yeah. It can mean, like you were just saying, Lindsay, something as simple as I'm going to sign up for that World Summit. I'm going to sign up and hire that coach. I'm going to buy that new online course. I'm going to buy that new book. And those are different ways that we can up level too, because you've heard this before, to where wherever you're going, find a mentor who's already went there and just follow their blueprint. You don't have to follow it all the way, because I found that's another thing that comes up, is you think that, oh, since it worked for them this way, I have to do everything this way. What I realized was to take in all this information like we're sharing on this podcast, and to make it your own. And it takes time, and to give yourself that time to transition, that time to up level and to figure out your own voice and to figure out your own way of doing things.
Yeah, I love that. That's
Should we go to number
true.
2?
Mm-hmm.
So number 2 is you have this nagging idea inside of you. So how do you know when it's time to up level? Because you have this nagging idea inside of you. I've had a nagging idea that I'm going to have a human potential company since I was 21 years old. I was inspired. I'm like, I'm going to start this company and I'm going to put all my energy into it. And I didn't start it right away, but that idea kept staying with me at 22 and 23 and 24 when I was teaching in the schools, even though in my mind I was thinking, but I am doing human potential right here. I'm tapping into it with these students. But it was like, no, there's something more, Tony. There's something more. And it was with me every single day. So what is that nagging idea that you have that is with you every single day? It actually comes out when people ask you about it. So what is that nagging idea that is inside of you that feels good, that it's in your compass, it's in your wheelhouse, it's something you know you were sent here to do?
Or from that transition, you're in your business, you're doing that, but you have a nagging feeling that there's more for you, more impact in the world that could be taking place, and you're just skimming the surface of what you're doing. Like I actually recently just hired someone that a friend told me about, because we were at the retreat, and I was talking to my friend Natalia, and I was like, I know that there's bigger things coming on the way, but I know that I need to hire someone that can work with me and brainstorm, like, because Tony and I do this, and it's so valuable. Tony has been my person where I can sit and we could conversate about these ideas. And then also brings a third person in for my business and saying, okay, where can you go from here? And just seeing it from an outsider that's never been familiar with it, it's important to invest in yourself. And it was a nagging feeling like, okay, there's more. I want to do it this way, so let me hire someone that's done it that way before. Has helped businesses go to, past the ceiling of what you think that it's going to go. So I think that's the big point, is like, we can put a ceiling on our business, and when you know that, wait a second, there's something beyond this that I can't quite see how I'm going to get there, but I know it's going to happen. I see the end destination, but I need to figure out the pieces to get there. Hire someone that can bring you there.
Exactly. And also understand that you don't need to know the how. Here's a question. What's that nagging idea, that nagging inspiration, and what is the next tiniest step that you can take to honor that idea that's within you? And what you'll find, like with Lindsay, what she found in her business and her life is things just started to unfold. I found the same thing with mine. Even though I'm scared out of my mind, we're all scared out of our mind at times, but we just take that next tiniest step. It could be buying the book, the course, putting yourself out more into the public eye, starting a podcast, whatever it is, having a mastermind, having an accountability partner on a weekly basis, whatever it is. What is that next tiniest step for you to actually pursue that nagging idea that's inside of you? So number 3 is, on ways you know it's time to up level in your business or career, is you feel drained a lot of the time. So it kind of goes with a lot of the things that we're saying already.
Yeah, so you'll feel like completely tapped out of energy. You're completely drained, and it's because you never feel like you're doing enough, or you're overworking and you don't have that balance of, the personal life and travel with business. That could make you feel drained. I mean, that's a very common thing with entrepreneurs that are living in their passion and their purpose, but they don't shut off from the business, and they have no personal life. So for us, we do love to be with family and friends, and we like to travel. So we add that into the mix, but there's times where you could feel that sense of draining energy, and you're like, wait, I know I could tweak this a little bit to make it feel different.
Exactly. And to compound that, keep going.
Yeah, it's important. And I think that when you do up level, when you have that feeling of, okay, I know I can get more information about this, someone that's went through this, that's really important. And I found with our mastermind, coming together with the group of women that we came together with and worked with, hearing each of them share their stories and have them witness each other's stories, they started to notice, oh wow, they went through that too, or they're going through that too. And the awareness made transformation take place.
Exactly, in that moment. So a lot of times we think we need more information. Sometimes you just need the space to have the insight to see why you're acting the way that you're acting, and then boom, your whole life changes. And that's what me and Lindsay educate by and coach by. That's how we work. We work through mindset because we understand what it's done for us and what it's done for our clients and our students when we worked in the public schools over the years. And just to add to this, you feel drained. So the number 3, to compound that, sometimes you'll have people around you congratulating you, like, as us being teachers, oh, it's so cool you're a teacher, and giving you all these compliments, and you're having impact in whatever you're doing already. Maybe it's like we're talking about, it's in your business still, and you're having the impact, but there's that next step, but you're getting all this praise, and that can make you drained even more. As funny as that sounds, because you're like, you feel like an imposter. You're thinking, wait, I'm getting all this praise, but yet I don't feel all the way fulfilled. Well, a big reason why you don't is because you're not honoring that. I feel like we're all meant to be here to keep on growing, because we're either going 2 ways. We're growing or we're not. Like, there's no in between. So whether it's with your money or your business or your impact, We want to keep on growing. And I think we get bored when we're not growing. I think we feel drained when we're not growing.
Definitely, because you know that there's something more.
Exactly. So should we go to number 4?
Yes.
Okay, so number 4 is all of this being said. So you feel like you're a plant in a too not big enough pot. You got that nagging idea. You feel drained. And that nagging idea is telling you, hey, go for it. But unconsciously or consciously, and it's going to be consciously now because I'm telling you, well, Lindsay mentioned it too earlier in this episode, you know that you're going to need extra support.
Yeah.
And you may be somebody like me to where I'm the type of person where I hate asking for help. I grew up my whole life just doing my homework, no one telling me to do my homework, no one telling me what to do, and I never wanted to ask for help. And I can remember a time when I was actually trying to sell my mobile home before I moved to Tampa, Florida. This was about 10 years ago, and I was sitting there so frustrated. I was trying to sell this place on my own, and the neighborhood manager kept on declining people. Oh, they can't do it because this, they can't do it because this. And I'm talking on the phone one day to Lindsay, and I'm like, I wish I could just have somebody sell this for me.
And
Lindsay's like, why don't you do that?
Why don't you do that?
And it sounds funny now, but that's what I ended up doing. And of course, I hire the company that's connected to the neighborhood, and the first people that buy, they accept them into the neighborhood because that's what they wanted. They were wrong on their part, but I was wrong on my part because I was stubborn too. And if you just be like Walter, like Bruce Lee says, right? Just kind of like, don't get, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. No, flow around it. Be willing to ask for help. Be willing to live on your edge. Be willing to do things that maybe you were like me, where your entire life you never asked for help because you didn't want to. You're too prideful, or you just got in the habit of not doing it. There's going to be things that are going to be uncomfortable for you when you're on this journey of up-leveling.
Exactly. And I love that example because it really is, we laugh about it now, but at the time it was so frustrating because all these people were coming through trying to buy the place and they weren't accepting them to live in this space. But it is about asking for help, and sometimes it's just that simple. You can get more things done in a more powerful way, most likely in a quicker way or effective way, if you ask for help from people that actually have done it. And this is the power behind masterminds. And this is exactly why we work with people, because coming together, we always say it, 2 or more minds coming together with the same intention and focus, literally magic happens and a third mind comes in. There's insights that come through during those sessions that won't happen just sitting by yourself all of the time.
Right. So on our upcoming mastermind, which is in January, we're taking 5 people.
We would like people to already have their business. We're working with people that already have their business and they're ready to up-level it. Maybe you're overworked, or maybe you're just feeling like you know that you need to change, you need to manage the time and energy better. But there's things that are going to take place in there that are going to transform not only your business, but your personal life too. It happens, it's inevitable for that to happen. But we do have an application process now. So if it's something that you're interested in, just send us an email. You can send an email to lindsay@lindsaymarino.com and title it Mastermind in the subject line and just say that you would like an application. So we hope that you enjoy this episode. We cannot wait to see you next time. Bye. We hope you enjoyed this episode as much as we did. If you liked it, leave a 5-star review on iTunes, and remember, subscribe to our YouTube channel too.
If you can think of anyone else that would love this episode, share it with them right now on social media or email. And remember, getting results is a process of learning, applying, and reflecting. Stay consistent and continue to grow every day.